We all know that lighting is a big contributor to making a shot look cinematic, but how do you achieve that movie-like lighting when you're filming with little or no budget? I'm Tom from FXhome by Artlist, and in this video I'm going to show you some items that you can find around the household or that are incredibly cheap to help craft and shape your lighting and improve your overall image quality. Some of the best ways to begin lighting your scene is to start off in darkness, and window light can make that incredibly difficult for you. Depending on what sort of curtains you have, light is going to seep in, which means there'll be an ambient light bouncing around the room. In order to block out that light, bin bags are incredibly helpful. You can of course buy them incredibly cheap, and all you need to do is get one out, tear down the seam so it's completely opened up, and then tape it to the window. You may need to add multiple bags to layer up, as some can be translucent. Next up, paper, card, and foam board. You can get these in a range of sizes for your needs, but this material is great. Not only can you bend and shape it into different props for outfits and costumes and cosplay, this reflective material, because of its whiteness, can actually bounce the light. So when I bring it here, you have a reflector coming down, it's bouncing off the light, or alternatively with a stand, you could block out the light completely. And because they usually come in a pack, you can even tape them together and have a much bigger reflector. Next up, and I'm gonna make sure that I get my pronunciation right, aluminum foil. I hope I made Javert proud. If the foam board reflection wasn't enough, then aluminum foil attached to that foam board can really help. That's doing quite a lot. All it takes is one sheet wrapped around the foam board and you now have a DIY reflector. And as you can see, this reflects a fair amount of light. Pretty good. I'd use this and then bake some cookies afterwards. Reflectors aren't usually that expensive, but if you're working to no budget, this does help quite a lot. If you don't have access to many lights, using a reflector is a great way to bounce the ambient light at your actor. By doing this, you can actually soften the shadows or accentuate some of the light that is going onto your actor. So the foam board and The foam board and aluminum foil is a great combination for you to create your own DIY reflector.
Great tip, Tom. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We bring out weekly videos, so smash that notification bell so that you know when we next bring one out. See you soon.
Now let's move on to something for diffusion. A shower curtain. The material on shower curtains is great for diffusion. All you need to do is place your light, hang the shower curtain above your light, and then you automatically have a wonderful diffusion sheet. This diffusion will soften the light that is coming through. So if, like before, you can't block out the light with bin bags, for example, you can definitely soften the light that is coming into the room. You can also use this while you're outside as well, hanging it over your subject like butterfly diffusion. This will break the natural daylight that is going onto your subject, and particularly on a sunny day, something like this is going to be a huge help for making sure that your image is correctly exposed. And in case it rains, it's already waterproof. This one is a gaffer's friend and my personal favorite. Tape. Masking tape and duct tape are huge additions to your tool belt. If your light source doesn't come with barn doors, then you can use tape to create your own and help shape and direct that light source. It's not just for the light source as well, it's also for your camera. Lens hoods help shield the light from the camera so you don't get any crazy flares or overexposure. Lens hoods keep additional light out of the lens, so by creating your own out of tape, you're helping the camera understand and expose correctly to your scene, avoiding the ambient light that is dancing around the room and just focusing strictly on your subject. And while traveling to the location, you realize that you've forgotten your lens hoods, guess what? You've now got a solution. You're welcome. Not only that, but you can use the tape for being tape. You can use it for the bin bags that we mentioned earlier, sticking those foam board cards together. On set, tape is everyone's best friend. Maybe that one's not a particular light tip, but it's definitely something that you can find around the house that will help your cinematography in the future. Our last tip for you should only be used on lights that are unable to overheat, such as LEDs or softbox lights. Gels can be quite expensive, and in some cases, depending on the light you're using, they can melt and stick to the light. However, using a material like a t-shirt can actually help change the tone of your lights. Throwing a simple t-shirt over a light can change the color completely, and depending on your wardrobe, will provide you a complete rainbow of colors. With a t-shirt being quite thick, it will diffuse the light ever so slightly, but overall, you'll have a wonderfully toned light that you can't often get with most gels. We use this quite a lot when we're doing green screen stuff. We have a green morph suit that we throw over the top of an LED, and that just helps pop the green screen ever so slightly, so the light that's going on the green screen is also green and helping us key out our footage later when we're in HitFilm. It also helps us avoid hotspots during exposure, you know, intense white light. I've had a great time making this video, and this was requested by you guys. So if there is something that you want to see in the future, then do leave us a comment down below. And let me ask you, do you have any DIY tips of your own for filmmaking? Let us know. Was there something that we missed? If you're going to try out one of these tips, then please do like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, ring the notification bell if you don't want to miss out, because we do these videos weekly. So I hope to see you in the next video.